So good morning, everybody. This is Gary Sly and the Legacy of Handmade Objects, and I'm here to visit a new friend, Mrs. Bea Shay. I'm going to call her Bea for the most part.
Thank you.
Bea is 98 years old. When's your birthday?
November 25th.
All right, so you got another 6 months or so coming up before the next one.
Right.
98 years old. Been stitching for, I think you said 55 years?
Yes.
Roundabout there?
Yes, that's exactly right.
You and I have been stitching about the same length of time. But
that's
I'm
great.
not quite as old as you are. So I understand that you started life way up in the frozen north in Minnesota. Where were you born?
In my goodness, Tyler, Minnesota.
Tyler, Minnesota.
Yes.
What do you remember about the winters up there?
Well, I graduated from Ruthton, of course, and there's big winters.
Right, right.
And big winters. And our graduating class was only 12 of us. 15.
Cool.
So we just had a good time, I see.
You were born then in 27? Does that sound right?
26.
26. So you were kind of a depression baby.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Who would know that?
Well, a little bit of history, helps
Right,
along the way. At least we learned something that way. So you grew up and spent a good bit of your early life there in Minnesota. Oh, here comes the dog to say hello.
Yes,
How nice
yes.
is that? But then, I'll tell you what was really interesting to me was to hear that you took off and moved to Washington, D.C. and worked in the Pentagon.
Well, I left high school after I graduated and went to Minneapolis first.
Okay.
And I lived with my aunt and her family at the beginning. And then I went to Washington, D.C. and worked at the Pentagon for, yes.
Was that during World War II or
Yes.
just after?
I sat on the lawn of the White House waiting for the surrender.
Wow.
It was great.
What an exciting time to be in D.C.
It was great. It was great.
I lived there back in the 80s. And so much of the building that happened there in D.C. happened during the time when you were there, when there was that huge buildup.
Yeah, the big thing I remember was a slide that I remember going down on a few times down there.
Cool. And you worked at the Pentagon. What'd you do?
I was a secretary to a general.
Wow. Do you remember who it was?
No, I do not.
Okay.
And we sat on the lawn at the White House when we were waiting for the peace to be signed.
Wow. What a celebration.
Yes, it was. It was wonderful.
How much longer did you stay in D.C. after that?
I can't exactly remember. I came back to Minneapolis and,
I see.
you know,
Well, that was certainly the place to be during that time.
right.
There was the motivation and the build-up for the war and the victory and
Right.
all the kind of stuff that went along with that.
Right.
And D.C. kind of went back to a sleepy little town in some ways after that. So that's fascinating. Now, where along the line did you pick up stitching, needlepoint?
My first husband and I were on a cruise, and we ended up landing in, oh my goodness, I can't remember, in a town. I'll have to ask my daughter about that.
Somewhere in Europe?
No, it was in the United States.
Okay.
And we went by a needlepoint shop, and I said, I think I want to try doing this.
Very cool.
So that's what it was.
And at that point, there were needlepoint shops around everywhere.
Yes.
Oh.
And everybody willing to show you anything you needed to know.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well, there's still some willing folks to show people. I understand you've been doing some teaching. Is that right?
I have given a couple things away, but I haven't shown them how to do it.
Okay. Well, I heard the pastor's wife learned some things from you.
Well, I'm sure she did just by watching.
Well, and that's the way a lot of us learn
Yes, it is.
this stuff. There's not, I don't know, I think I do a lot of cross stitch, but cross stitch and needlepoint, you kind of just get started and pick it up and you ask for help.
My mother did cross stitch.
Did she? Okay. I wondered if you had some other inspiration.
Yeah, that's right. And then I got involved in New Orleans as a town.
Oh, what a fun place. I'm
Yes.
going there in a few weeks.
That's the first place I bought my first piece of needlepoint.
Is that the one you were talking about here?
Yes.
Let's just show that. We're
Okay.
gonna do a second segment where we're gonna look at some works. But this is that first piece that you picked up in New
That's
Orleans.
right. That's right.
55 or so years ago.
55 years ago. She still keeps it nicely, doesn't she?
It's wonderful.
Yes.
And you know, needlepoint is particularly durable.
Isn't that great?
I say it's like iron. It really does last much longer than some of the other things that we have.
That's great.
And you've got somebody who does some really good finishing work for you.
That was great, yeah. And fortunately, she saved them.
Absolutely. Oh, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Wonderful legacies.
Yes.
Now, what do you think there was about that first piece that made you want to do this for 55 years?
Well, I had been doing some cross-stitch work and didn't really like it very much. Maybe because it was a big piece always.
Right.
And then I wanted maybe something smaller. Maybe that was the answer. I don't know. But I just decided that's it, and I went for it.
I have people come in my shop a lot of time who are kind of searching around trying to find things.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them there's probably a special craft for each person, maybe kind of based on their personality.
Okay.
So I would think there might be something about this that matches up with your personality.
Well, my mother did a lot of counted,
Right.
and so maybe that's what did it. I just didn't like it as well, so I looked for the needlepoint.
Sure.
And that's why it's there.
And I mean, this is a legacy that your family has enjoyed all through the years.
And not only family, but friends also.
Sure, absolutely. That's why we stitched, to give it away.
Yeah.
So tell me about your family. Somewhere along the line there, after you left D.C., you had a family?
Yes, I married a man by the name of, what was his name? No, and anyhow, and then we traveled and tried a bit after that and did things. And I owned a grocery store at one time. And
all during that time, you're just kind of stitching when you find the time.
Of course.
Can you remember some places you loved to travel to?
No, not really, because I had small children most of that time. So I was mainly staying home most of the time.
All right. So we're going to get to the traveling in a little bit later.
That's exactly right.
How many children?
3.
Okay, and they're all grown and have children?
They're
and
all grown
the
and have
rest?
children, except my youngest child has now passed on.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, she passed last year.
That's right. I did hear that. I'm sorry about that.
Yes.
Well, one of the experiences as we grow older is watching other people go. And that's a hard part of it.
It's a very hard part.
Yeah. Well, it's wonderful that you're able to remember that.
Well, several years ago, I was down here visiting, and they said, "Why don't you come and live with us?" By that time, my second husband had passed away, and I said, "Oh, okay. We'll make this room up for you."
You certainly landed in a nice spot here.
And they let me stay and let me stay and let me stay again.
Oh, I'm sure they're quite happy to have you
Well,
here.
it's been a very good place for me.
Excellent.
And I do a lot of my needlepointing here or reading or whatever. So it's great.
That's
and then
wonderful.
the neighborhood is great and other people around are good. So I'm very pleased. I'm very happy to be in this area.
And you're still stitching today at 98?
Yes, I am.
Any advice to somebody who says, I'm getting too old, or I can't see as well, or...
I think that's the time you get very determined to find just the piece you want and do it.
Okay, so it's kind of an inspiration thing.
I think so, yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes hear people in the shop telling me they're getting too old or they can't see, and I think that's probably an excuse.
Well, it's just hard to find something that you feel you can do.
That's right, sure.
We're not always able to do everything anymore.
Right.
So you have to select the stuff that you can really work on.
You've done some pretty tremendous stuff recently, though.
Yes,
so
I
you've
have.
kept your skill level up pretty well.
Yes, I'm surprised that I can still do it, but it's Yeah, it gives me pleasure to sit here and do that.
Sure. I was just reading a book about the accomplishment that it gives us. It helps us to feel like we've achieved something.
Maybe that's it, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you certainly got, what, hundreds of pieces now.
Yes, I did.
That you can look back on and say, I did that.
And
so
the
that's
friends of
pretty
mine say,
wonderful.
she sent that to me, I want it.
Excellent.
I want to be on her list.
All right, tell me about travel a little bit then. After the kids grew up and you moved on into that next phase in life,
Yes.
where'd you like to go?
My first husband had passed away, and I dated somebody, and I thought, I don't know what this is. So finally, we got married, and we said, let's travel.
Sure.
So
sure.
that's when it all started, really. And
Anything
I
in
still
particular?
had and I still owned my travel agency at the time.
Oh, you had it. Okay, so you
Yeah.
were planning, and you've been quite a professional down through the years.
I guess I have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at a certain point, that was fairly unusual for a young woman.
Yes, it was, and I did well with it. It was a good location, and it just was good.
Excellent.
There were good people, and the staff I had were very good, and I still could keep in touch with some of them today.
Well, I bet you were good to work for. That's why they.
Well, of course.
That's why they like that. Well, some people, when they become rich and famous, you see, they're not as friendly as
I
they
don't
used
think
to
I've
be.
ever been rich and famous. I think I've just been enjoying the people that I've contacted. And
Do you recognize the name Elsa Williams? She used to do a lot of kits and things.
no, I do not.
She was a professional, but what I've heard stories about her, she was kind of mean to everybody.
Oh,
And that's a shame.
yes.
I don't see that in you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tell me about a favorite place you traveled to.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if I have that favorite place.
Somebody yelled Norway, China.
Yeah, we've gone to Norway. My first husband, the family came from Norway.
Okay.
And so I really wanted to go back there and see some of that, and we did that. So we did the Great Wall. We walked on that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay. We were fine. We had everything I wanted to do, we did.
Did you find needlepoint and stitching stuff as you traveled much? Or
I don't think it was even part of it. It was just there.
Right.
It was there for me when I wanted it. Whenever I wanted, I could have. So
That's wonderful.
yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Any secrets to somebody as they're getting older?
It's very difficult to get old and not remember 95% of the things you want to do.
Yeah.
And I think that if I have something like the needlepoint to do, it keeps me a little more fresh.
Sure.
Keeping my mind a little open and trying things. And if I can't do it, find out why I can't do it. And then it's finished and, wow, I did that. I'm happy.
It's nice to have little goals, I think, along the way. And
Well,
that's kind of what you're achieving here.
I think that's true. And I have little goals also, especially
Nice.
for Christmas ornaments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I understand this family's pretty big at Christmas. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. Everybody has a tree full of the ornaments.
And that came from you,
Yes, that's
perhaps.
true. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. I don't know if I even mentioned that some of them were a little more expensive than others, but I've always been able to do that and feel that they're worthwhile to give away and that somebody could enjoy them. And you really see, my mom did this. And
Absolutely.
And they love that when they're talking about their tree. My mom did this.
It's the stories that go along with those, too, that make
Maybe
a lot
that's
of
what brings it
difference.
all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people tell me they have children and grandchildren that don't want the things they've done. But I say, tell them the stories about how it came to be and all that, and then they want it.
Yeah. Well, I've never had any complaints about not wanting the needlepoint.
No, I don't think so. I've had a sense that that's been a pretty
it's been
valuable
great.
thing to your family.
Have you seen anybody's tree? You did. You saw Sandra's tree, didn't you?
She showed me pictures,
Okay.
She
yeah.
brought a lot of stuff to the shop. So what you're going to see, I don't know if I'll use it on this video or the second one, but I'm going to show pictures of all the things that she brought, and I'm also going to take pictures today of what you have here in your room.
Thank you very much.
And you've even got a beautiful needlepoint right behind us
That's
here.
correct. That and these. This one over here is not mine.
Well, oh, you didn't do these?
I do.
Oh, okay.
And then there's one in the bedroom too. The long, narrow.
Well, we'll survey those in the next video. How does that
Okay.
sound? All right. Well,
Thank
we're
you.
going to take a break now. This is a wonderful little introduction to Miss Bea Shay. Bea, as I'm going to call her whenever I need to refer to her. We're going to take a break now, and we'll come back and look at some of your work, and you can talk to me a little bit about technique and that sort of thing.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Bye.